What's up, guys? Welcome to the After Hours. We went slightly down today. Is it the bottom for Robinhood? We have here, as we can see, we still have very strong signal on Robinhood. 4 hours still buy, daily still a strong buy. I'm still very bullish on Robinhood. We'll see afterward on the charts that we have a very nice setup. Still the same for Palantir. It's even better. Strong buy on the 4 hours, strong buy on the daily. Same for Amazon. That's why I have a position there. That's why I'm talking about those stocks for the last few days. And CrowdStrike is pretty good setup also. Otherwise, generally, for the whole market, we don't have that much to say about S&P and the Nasdaq. They are trading in pretty neutral zone. We can only say that we have some buy signal on the 1 minute. So it's if you want to trade it very shortly, but otherwise not that much to say. There is still a strong buy on Nvidia, so it's also a possible trade if you are interested about it. And for Ethereum, we are still, we have bullish signal on the weekly. It was oversold, obviously, with the price action of the last few days and weeks. Buy signal on the daily, slightly overbought on the 5 minute, which is interesting, but it's still a very light signal, I would say. Don't take it into account for an entry or whatsoever. Like, it's more, I would say, if you have a position, you can take some profit. It's just starting to be overbought, but not a strong signal at all. All right, if you're interested about this scan that allows you to scan the market, basically gives you signal on all the time frames for all your stocks. It's pretty nice. You can filter, sort all the stocks that you have, add new stocks if you want. Yeah, select the time frame that you are interested in and find a new setup. It's pretty nice. You don't have to go one by one on TradingView and research everything by yourself. The link is in the description. So if you're interested, there is a free version. Check it out. All right, so let's look at what we have currently on the charts. So SPY, I told you my target was bouncing from this zone and going down and recover the target that we have on the downside. It still doesn't change. For the moment, we have a clear rejection here. So yeah, be careful. I would say until the end of the week, we could see this move down on the whole market. S&P looks still very bearish short term, especially that we were like at all-time highs in this area. We got rejected multiple times. I think we need some kind of small pullback, reset everything before we're gonna go higher. So just be careful, be aware of that. We still have this target on the downside. Robinhood. So Robinhood, I think it's an amazing setup for Robinhood. I actually entered a position yesterday, put credit spread 74 for my short strike and 69 for my long strike. It's just a short trade that I wanted to take because it was way too undervalued. And as we could see on the scanner, it's still pretty bullish on the 4 hour and the daily, so it's very nice trade to take, I believe. My projection was this pullback, recover this target on the downside, which we did with this with this slight crash after earnings. We went through this zone yesterday, recover almost all of this gap, and we start to bounce from it. So it's exactly the setup I wanted to see. So for now, I would expect just a reversal and be able to bounce back to possibly reach our target on the upside. And yeah, it's almost 92 to $98 that you can target. So everything is still planning almost as we want it, I would say. So nothing particular. Super bullish on Robinhood. We still have this daily target that we recovered already, which you can for the moment take as a support. So it's something else to take into account, which is very bullish also. So everything is looking super good on Robinhood. Amazon. So Amazon, we had this target on the downside. Why? Because we had this very big wick. We still have some wick here that we could recover, so don't be surprised if on Amazon we slightly go down, recover this wick before going higher. This is still a possibility. But we have recover all this week, we get some kind of rejection, so we could bounce directly from that zone. That's also possible. It is a very good price to enter. I still have my position down there that I'm gonna keep. My target is clear, it's there. It's between 211 $222, something in this area. There is this big gap. I will not exit my position until we at least recover this zone. And yeah, it's pretty clean. It's for me, it's a very good setup. We could have some kind of W formation forming here. This is possible, so this is also good to see. Yeah, also like Robinhood, everything is looking very nice for Amazon, so super bullish short term, super bullish long term also for Amazon, so it's quite great to see. BMNR. BMNR, the interesting one. Yeah, so like I said in the last few stream, I told you we have this target on the downside. We had this one also short term that could be recovered. That was my projection. Look at the price action. It did recover this candle perfectly. We can remove this one, but be aware we still have this projection, this target on the downside. Is it gonna be recovered? I don't know. You cannot be sure about everything, but it's still there. This is still my projection. This is quite a big imbalance on the chart, a huge gap. It would make sense for me to go down there and rebound from this zone. This is my projection. We could definitely bounce from here and go higher, but I'm gonna still be careful. I'm still holding for my $20 cover call on BMNR, which are expiring on Friday. So I'm pretty happy. I've taken already a big chunk of the premium. If I see that we start to bounce from here, maybe I will close it earlier. I'm not sure. I'm gonna see after we open tomorrow. It's today for me, but it's gonna be tomorrow if you are in the US. Yeah, I don't think short term we could still go a bit lower, but honestly, long term I'm super bullish. First target is 20, 23, $24 for BMNR. I think it could be recovered. It could be recovered very fast. I would say easily before the end of the month. I would be surprised if we don't get to this area before end of February. So I'm very bullish. I'm not gonna talk about the target on the upside. We have target at 28 $30 for BMNR. We have target again like more long term on the upside. There is nothing to worry about. This is one of my favorite stock right now, even though like it got like a lot of hate and this whole Tom Lee story, and obviously Ethereum like crashing, so BMNR crashed as well. Nothing helped, but guys, look at the situation. There is zero debt, zero margin for BMNR. we have this new Mr. Beast position, which people take a crap at it. I think it's like an amazing investment. 200 million, like it could turn into billion easily. So honestly, I like it. I like everything about it. I like the fact that they've staked a big chunk of their Ethereum. So BMNR is basically, yeah, generating income right now, and could generate a lot more if Ethereum starts to go up. So everything is bullish about it. We just need Ethereum to to turn around a bit, and look at the price of Ethereum. I mean, it's crazy. Like, we are under 2K. No, I don't think anybody would have projected that. It's crazy with the institutional adoption that we have currently on Ethereum. Everything is positive about it. Just the price that went down, but otherwise, like, I mean, long term, I'm extremely bullish on it. I don't see a world without Ethereum, actually. A stable coin, everything, tokenization of financial markets, everything is going to be built on Ethereum. Yeah. BlackRock, every big institution like invested like billion on it. Like, you have huge ETF created around it. Everything was good. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say that I don't understand, because it's just, on the short term, it's just price action, and that's why we do technical analysis, and that's why, guys, I don't want you to just be like, oh, this company is doing very well, I'm gonna invest on it. No, you cannot do that, because short term technicals matter, and you cannot ignore it. And if you do, well, you're gonna be surprised more than one time. So that's why we do both. But honestly, everything is looking super bullish. So I'm very happy about it. I'm gonna keep my BMNR position, and maybe add more. And yeah, I'm very happy. SoFi. So SoFi actually pulled back exactly in our target. You see this gap on the downside. We had this candle, I believe, yeah, today. So it tapped into it. We could go a bit lower, recover more of it before we go higher. But yeah, we already touched this zone, and actually I had my cover call on SoFi at 22.50, and with this move, most of the premium was gone, so I bought back this position so I can remove this one, and I actually entered, um, actually sold the put at $20 because I'm super bullish. I think it's an amazing place to enter. We have this we have this target, which means that we have a high chance to reverse from this area, but we also have this huge daily target, which is even more bullish, and just raise our chance of reversing and bouncing from this area for SoFi. So super bullish, super happy with to have shares, and super happy to just have more shares if my put is like a sign, but I don't think it will. I think I will get the premium, and I will reduce my cost basis, so I'm gonna be very happy about it. Um, all right, Nvidia. Nvidia is gonna be quick. We have this target that I talked about, huge candle. I think it's gonna be recover. I still have my projection here, so be careful if you're on Nvidia. But I have like, yeah, I'm I'm pretty confident that we're gonna recover at least this one. We have still another big one on the downside. Um, you have to see how we basically react when we touch this target. If we break, be careful that we gonna reach the one on the downside. But I would at least on Nvidia wait for pullback uh, into this target, which is the projection that I gave you earlier. and see how the price is reacting there. But yeah, I would be a bit more patient on Nvidia for sure. All right, something interesting that I could show you is one trade that I took yesterday on Micron. It was very short, short time. It was on the 1 minute with this gap that we had on pre-market. It was actually way too overvalued on the 1 minute, so I took a short trade and it just recovered most of the gap on the downside. We had a similar setup on Intel. I didn't took that trade actually. It was actually better setup, but I put in the projection. I didn't want it to double down on the position because it was exact same trade and setup. So I'm not doing that. Yeah, because if the market from there, if I'm wrong, basically I have the exact same setup. So it's not what I want. So I took only Micron, but I put it to projection on Intel also, and yeah, it recovered actually all the gap for Intel. So it was actually better to take the trade on Intel, but yeah, I just took a slight profit, closed my trade on Micron, and I was pretty happy about it. It's just example of trade that you can take if you see that market is gapping that much. And yeah, I had the signal on my scanner that we were so much um, overvalued. I was like, okay, this is a great spot to enter, and yeah, just some quick put credit spread did the deal. All right, I think that's pretty much it for today. Maybe Palantir to finish. I think Palantir it's similar setup as Robinhood. Yeah, we talked about it for a few days. We had this pullback projection getting the target on the upside. We did pullback. We Yesterday we hit this target slightly, so we could bounce from it. We could recover a bit more. So same. Be careful if you want to have a safer entry. You can wait for the price to recover the target fully before going higher. But if you enter already here, it's an amazing entry. So don't blame yourself for it. It's like, yeah, um, if you want better prices kind of, but otherwise you can safely enter in this area for sure. Okay, I think that's it for today. I wanted to do some kind of recap after hours, and yeah, let's see if how we open tomorrow. But honestly, there is just S&P that I'm a bit more cautious. Nvidia also, that we could have some kind of pullback before going higher. But otherwise, yeah, Wood, SoFi, Palantir, they're all Amazon. They all look pretty good. BMNR, still be cautious because we have this target on the downside. So yeah, you could look for some kind of small pullback still today, and then going higher from Friday or maybe next week. But honestly, I'm still very bullish on the short term, mid term. Let's say. All right, that's it for now. I'll see you tomorrow for the next live. See you guys.